Hello, and welcome back to Beaver Town Folktale A. Indeed, we are progressing slowly but surely. Everything is going according to plan with little to no issues other than the normal ones. As you can see, I've made a couple of changes. I lowered our dirt excavator. I've also removed the dam that was here, and I've pushed it to the end. As you can see, we got 5 floodgates just flowing out of the base, out of the map, basically. And, you know, it's working pretty good. This is going to be a nice little area to build. I think this one can be built with our regular district. So this will be probably the last, this and up here are going to be the last 2 areas of our main district. And then from there, we'll have, you know, another district over in this area, in that corner, and probably maybe even one up here. It's a possibility, that's for sure. What are we working on today? Well, I got this clever idea, and I'm trying to think the best way to do this. But we've been routing our bad tides, right? Boom, 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 out and out through the map. Well, now that I've blocked this, yes, I can lower this all the way down to 1 or 0, sorry, and it'll still just flood right on out, right? But what if we had a way of routing the bad tides right out of the map out the side? That's my thought process. Now, I don't think this is the answer. I think we need to go lower than this, so you got to be cautious. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop this. Like, this is how many tall? This is 5 more tall. So, yeah, that's a doozy, to say the least. Let's just drop this by 2 everywhere first. And I want to kind of get this down to the basement, right? Basically, get it down to here, or even down to the lowest possible. And then that way, okay, we just open those floodgates, away goes our bad tide, right? No big deal. Whereas, you know, and it'll drain from the bottom, right? The other thing, too, that I'm debating is trying to come up with a way with, like, a mechanical fluid pump, you know, something along those lines to say, okay, here's our flow in. If we actually build a levee system, you know, that pushes the water to the left here, so our main flow of water comes to the left and kind of maybe goes along this way, right? And then potentially out like that. Okay, how do we maintain this reservoir? I'd prefer to not do like floodgates and stuff. Can we just have it mechanically pump and fill up from the stream of water? That I don't know about, and that will require a lot of kind of testing and paraphernalia, to say the least. The other thing that I want to get started on today, before we even get into the districts, because we're not quite there just yet, I think we need to get into bots, right? Robots. Bots to work instead of beavers all the time, right? So, you know, we got good happiness on our beavers, things like that. I have them down to 12 hours, but let's talk about bots. Where are bots? I actually don't know. Are they in science? Yeah, there they are right there. So, what do we need for bots, right? Well, we haven't built a refinery yet. So let's start there. This might be a good starting point. Oh, that fits in quite nicely. Excellent. Which recipe do we want to use? Probably potatoes. We have a lot of potatoes, right? That's part of the reasons. And then we need 3 different bot-related parts, right? So if we just go 1, 2, and 3, like so, and then pretty much on this guy, I think, do we want to store them? I mean, we could store them. But either way, we're going to do this one's chassis, this one's limbs, and this one's heads. Just as a quick example, right? And then last but not least is we need the bot assembler, which we can put down just like so. Awesome. So this will be the start of our bots. Now, biofuel. How do I store biofuel? That's a good question. Let's just click on this. It is a tank. Okay. Good to know. We can definitely get that handled. So, storage. Let's get ourselves a large tank like that. And we're going to store biofuel in that tank. Very nice. The other item that I see on there is... How in the world did you get in there? Like, seriously. Why did you do that? Beavers. Beavers, man. I tell you. Beavers. Just build the land. All right? That's all I ask. Anyways, it's fine. I'm not even dealing with it. Yeah, I'm not even dealing with it. How is there a homeless person? I actually don't know. Anyways, back to where we were. So this is all going to do its work, and we'll get that. There is also, in this refinery, there is something called catalysts. So catalysts are another item that we should probably get in place before we get too swept away in excitement. So let's put down another refinery, and we're going to say this guy's catalyst. Now, catalyst, I think, is also a tank. Okay, good. So we can do just a tank right beside that for catalyst. Excellent. So I think that's everything that we absolutely will need for our bots. I hope. But it's going to require quite a bit of power, isn't it? Hopefully we have enough. I think we'll have enough. I did add all of these to the system as well. So I have all these extra gravity batteries, which is pretty darn awesome. Not going to lie. Very helpful, that's for sure. Or at least they will be in terms of our power management. So, like I said, very happy to see that. That works well. And then I can kind of do more of that as well as required. I think they're all... Yeah, okay, they're all connected. That's good. Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent. I think I can even blast them down a little further if I need to. So, yeah, a lot of things to build. Let's jump on over here. Have we laid all the groundwork here? Almost. Almost. We're almost there. So, little details like that. I'm going to finish getting this down to, well, lower than this anyways. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down. That seems like a long ways to go. But that also tells me how much more reservoir I truly have available to me. It is quite drastic, so something to consider as you go. There we go. Get that guy down. Excellent. And more staircases, like so. And then from there, I guess let's just do some triples, right? Let's just do some triples. That'll bring us down quite drastically below the rest of our water line, which will be helpful in the long run. I think that now they should start to build these guys. Indeed, indeed. We got ourselves this. Okay. Bot chassis 3. Bot limbs 12. Ew, that's not ideal. How are we so out of gears? Hello. What happened to our gear production? Well, let's get a little gear workshop going here, I guess. As well. I mean, that's crazy. What did we use all the gears on? I actually don't know. I didn't even realize that we were out of gears. So, you know, that's a thing. Okay, cool. We'll increase that priority. We'll get that done quite nicely. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love it. We have such a wonderful little area. It's so good. Yeah, out of gears. Wow. Oh, wow. And these, that's biofuel, metal blocks, planks. Yeah, nothing too alarming on gears, but I guess we just burnt through them. Maybe like the carousels, and I guess we did the braziers of bonding, so maybe those? I don't know. I don't know what went through so many gears. Maybe all those windmills. Do they require gears? They do. Okay, we've just been using them up. It's simple as that. So, yeah, just one of those little details, I guess. Okay, so that's good. This is working perfectly. Working very well. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with that change. I know we talked about it, so that's good. And, yeah, the beavers are working over there. I like this idea that I have. And then we can lower this depth. We can just block this right off, right? We could even have a half flow going this way if need be. Or we just keep it going down this direction instead. Yeah, it's looking very, very good. Alrighty, I think we're just lacking in limbs, but we're very close, very, very close to having bots up and running, which is kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Big fan. Big fan. What do we got going on over here? Well, we're progressing, right? We're working on our final floodgate here, which is going to require that as well. So hopefully we'll have that stair. Oh, that Lido that always floods. It's fine. It floods for 10 seconds, game. Give it a rest. All right. I was actually thinking I could probably even get rid of these guys as well. Just saying, you know, one of those little things. Because this would just flow right down the natural ravine and away we go, I think. Or we'll flood everything. One of the two. You know, just saying. It'll either flood everything or it will be fine. Other than that, everything is going pretty well. I think. I think so anyways. I kind of wanted to get this last floodgate up and running before I blow these up. I can't remember if triples will explode the doubles. I'm assuming they will. So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. And then we need triple floodgates in there. ASAP. ASAP. Let's go. Priority. Priority. Thank you. We do not want that much water leaving our thing. Fine. This guy's set to 2.5, so I might actually increase this up to 3 before too long here. And then we'll have our discharge going out this way, which, again, it should just flow over these floodgates before we actually need it to, right? So it sucks. We're losing a bit of water, but oh well, not a big deal. Other than that, let's see where we're at here. Yeah, I think the bot limbs are going to be a problem. 36 gears. So it's 3 gears and 1 plank per limb. Is that correct? Yeah, I think that's correct. It's 3 gears, 1 plank for limbs and heads. Oh, and a metal. And this one is biofuel with metal and planks. So we definitely need to keep an eye on our plank level, because there's a lot of planks that are about to be used, as well as our gear level. So I added 2 more gear shops here, and I added a large warehouse for gears. I think I have another gear warehouse over here. I'm just going to leave it because it has a thing above it. So did this guy die or get... Nah, he's fine. No big deal. All right. Perfect. Okay, good. So we have now a beautiful situation where if we don't synchronize these, right? Say we turn off sync for a quick second. I can do this, and I should be able to do this. So then any excess flow, same amount of water discharge, is going out this direction instead of this direction. That works for me. We no longer have the little water just, you know, piling up anywhere. And our excess flow of water is going out over here. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. That is perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking of. when I did this. So now we have a different set of discharge for our bad tides. So our bad tides, instead of pushing out this direction, boom, we can push it out the side. We can lower this straight on down and it should just flow like the breeze, which is pretty darn nice. And we successfully have our first bot. Look at that. We got a bot, ladies and gents. That is pretty darn cool. So, can we unlock this for 5K? Wait a minute. No! I destroyed all my science stuff. All right. Well, looks like we got to rebuild our science to get some 5K worth. I thought I had everything unlocked. I thought it was all unlocked. I thought we were good. Guess not. Oh, that's pretty purple. That's a pretty purple. And biofuels and ugly green. What else is new? Okay. So yeah, it definitely seems like the limbs will be our sticking point. But we do have a bot, which is pretty darn cool. We got this whole nother new tab down here too for our bots. Now, the nice thing about bots is I think they work longer and harder. So, for example, we're going to need a lot more. Each one has a different unlock science requirement for bots. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. All right, let's just do this for right now, because yeah, we're gonna need just a little bit more science, to say the least. Just a bit more science, considering every little thing. Okay, some don't. So the farms don't, but like cook places do. Water pumps do. Okay, that's interesting. Water pumps would actually be a pretty good idea for bots, but it is 3, so that's a thing. The other thing too with this now, I'm starting to think if we, like I say, do that separate river type setup for our water flow, and we can maintain a reservoir here, we can expand this reservoir to drastic numbers, right? Like we could go all the way out, like just kind of make it really big over here if we really wanted to. So that's something to think about too over time. I also wouldn't mind bulldozing this land, but it's not required at this point in time. Okay, very good. I'm very happy with that Badtide bypass. I think that's going to work out really, really well. I wish we were getting a Badtide instead of a drought so that I could test it, but it is what it is. Other than that, we'll get our science going. We'll get it up higher. I'd like bots to work making bots, right? I think that's a good strategy. The other thing that bots could be really good at is hauling, I bet you. 250. Can they build? Oh, they can do pretty much everything. Why do we need beavers? Right? Why do we need beavers if we have bots? Can we just have a bot empire and the beavers never work? I mean, it's got to be a possibility, right? Gotta be. It's gotta be. Anyways, we got a drought coming up. I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. I know it's kind of a shorter video and stuff like that, but we got bots. We got in a new bypass, which is awesome. And we got our new dam up here. I think that's very successful. That's a very successful day in the world of Timberborn. And yeah, a drought is just a drought. No big deal. So, thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one.